Have you ever looked into someone's eyes and wondered what secrets they're guarding? The kind of silence that hides storms. The kind of charm that masks a lifetime of battles. That's Wentworth Miller. To the world, he's the razor-sharp genius who broke out of prison with nothing but tattoos and intellect. But behind the iconic role of Michael Scofield lies a man who broke out of something far more complex, himself. With an estimated net worth of $4 million, Wentworth's story isn't about excess, it's about endurance. And the most gripping escape of all wasn't fictional. So, before we uncover the real story behind the mystery, make sure you hit that like button, subscribe to the channel, and turn on the notification bell. You don't want to miss the journeys we're about to take. Born on June 2nd, 1972, in England but raised in Brooklyn, New York, Wentworth Miller always stood apart. A mixed-race child in a world that insisted on categories, he never quite fit the mold. His father was African-American and Jamaican, his mother of Russian, French, Dutch, and Lebanese descent. And yet, for most of his early life, he felt like an outsider. His intelligence was unmistakable. A natural introvert, he turned to books and storytelling to understand the world around him. He was accepted into Princeton University, where he studied English literature, and even then, he never aimed for the spotlight. Acting wasn't the dream, but the desire to tell stories, to be part of something deeper, was always there, simmering beneath the surface. When he moved to Los Angeles after college, the struggle wasn't glamorous. He took on odd jobs, faced constant rejection, and even considered giving up. But fate had other plans. His breakout came with the lead role in Prison Break in 2005, a show that would redefine the genre and skyrocket Wentworth to global fame. As Michael Scofield, he portrayed a man willing to sacrifice everything for his brother, calm, calculating, with a heart quietly bleeding beneath the surface. It wasn't just good acting. It felt personal. The success of Prison Break brought international attention, award nominations, and a cult following. But even then, Wentworth stayed out of the Hollywood spotlight. He was never the tabloid darling, never the party-hopping celebrity. He chose quiet. He chose control. He wrote screenplays under a pen name, including the critically acclaimed Stoker, which proved his storytelling gift extended far beyond acting. Wentworth was never chasing stardom. He was chasing expression. But his real breakthrough came off-screen. For years, Wentworth kept a secret, one he felt could destroy his career. In 2013, he publicly came out as gay in an open letter declining to attend a Russian film festival due to the country's anti-LGBTQ laws. The announcement sent shockwaves through the industry. But more importantly, it became a beacon for others silently suffering. Wentworth later revealed he had battled depression since childhood and had attempted suicide multiple times before coming to terms with his identity. The world saw the strong, composed actor, but inside was a man at war with himself. And suddenly, everything made sense. The stillness in his eyes, the precision in his words. It wasn't just talent, it was survival. He began using his voice to advocate for mental health, speaking candidly about therapy, struggle, and self-acceptance. He didn't want sympathy, he wanted honesty. And he gave it. While Wentworth never launched major businesses like some of his celebrity peers, he made quiet, deliberate moves in the creative space. His work as a screenwriter added layers to his artistic identity, and he became known for choosing roles with purpose over popularity. He didn't slap his name on brands or seek endorsements. Instead, he invested in writing, mentoring, and using his influence to open doors for others who, like him, felt unseen in an industry obsessed with perfection. Controversy never chased him, but he's faced painful moments in the public eye. One instance that stood out was when a cruel internet meme about his weight went viral. The media mocked his changing appearance, prompting Wentworth to respond not with anger, but with a heartbreaking confession. He explained that during that period, he was battling deep depression and food had become a coping mechanism. His response turned humiliation into healing, not just for himself, but for countless fans who saw themselves in his pain. He didn't lash out. He lifted the curtain. Wentworth's lifestyle is far from flashy. He doesn't flaunt million-dollar mansions or luxury cars. He's known to live modestly in Los Angeles, far from the celebrity chaos. No private jets or paparazzi fuel vacations. Instead, he spends his time writing, reading, and advocating. He's spoken about his love for quiet spaces, introspection, and the value of time spent away from noise. In a world that equates success with extravagance, Wentworth Miller is proof that peace can be the ultimate luxury. But perhaps the richest part of his life is how he gives back. A strong advocate for mental health awareness, LGBTQ plus rights, and suicide prevention, Wentworth uses his platform with purpose. He's partnered with organizations like Active Minds and the Trevor Project and continues to speak at panels and events that aim to dismantle stigma. His philanthropy isn't just in dollars, it's in stories, in vulnerability, in truth. So what legacy does a man like Wentworth Miller leave behind? Not one etched in gold, but one carved in quiet courage. He may not be the loudest in the room, but when he speaks, people listen. Because he speaks from a place of survival, of transformation, of deep human empathy. And maybe that's what it means to truly be rich and famous. Not in wealth, but in impact. Not in followers, but in souls touched. For a man who once felt invisible, Wentworth Miller has become one of the most powerfully visible voices of our time. And as the credits roll on this chapter of his life, you have to ask, what new story is he writing now? And how many lives will it change next? And that is just a glimpse into the life of Wentworth Miller. But there are still so many untold stories waiting to be explored. So, tell us, who should we dive into next? Drop their name in the comments, and you might just see them featured in our next episode. If you enjoyed this video, don't forget to like, subscribe, and turn on the notification bell so you never miss a story that redefines what it means to be rich and famous. And before you go, tap the screen now to watch our next celebrity journey. It's just as powerful.